I just kept on looking.
It's better, right? And I'm not saying this because I think it's hi sweeties, Gyampa. If you don't already know by now, welcome back to our channel. Future Mpo here. While editing this video, I saw that I did not have a intro, so this is it. One of y'all commented that you wanted to see a reading vlog of me reading You Read Sam, and this is it. So get ready for the drama, get ready for the tears, get ready for, I don't even remember. Just get ready for a lot. Your homegirl was in a reading slump, so a lot of emotions were into this video. Anyways, I hope you enjoy. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you have anything to say. Remember, constructive criticism. I repeat, constructive criticism. Let's start. So I just finished reading the prologue, and what was that? At first it started off so cute, so sweet. Taylor's a bitch. I almost shed a tear. I almost started crying. He gave her a cherry blossom like paper something, paper flower. I think a flower made of paper. I can't remember. Yeah. And then she's wearing it to prom, right? Because nobody gave her a corsage. A corsage. Is it a corsage or collage? Corsage. Whatever that his name is called. So he sees this, right? And then he's like, I gave this to you. And she's like, I know you did. That is so sweet. And another part is like, so they end up destroying it because it has something important, like I think his numbers or whatever, so that she can have his numbers, right? And then she's mad at the fact that they destroyed it, and he's like, don't worry, I can make you another one. I can make you 1,000 more. From being sappy, happy, fluffy, that to always be here for you, Jules. And then it goes to, I know this wasn't part of our plan, Jules, but at least we had this time together, right? I want you to know if I could do it all over again, I would, every second of it. This man, Sam, this boy, literally, I think at one point she runs away from home, right? Because they're fighting. She texted him to fetch her at her place, but he's taking a while, and she's like, I can't stand being in this house. She runs away, and he ends up finding her, and she's like, how did you find me? Because I didn't send you my location. And then he's like, I didn't know where to find you, I just kept on looking. The fact that this man did not give up, the fact that this man did not wait at her house waiting for her, he literally went out to go look for her. He didn't know where he was, but literally he went out looking for her. And that's just the prologue. That is just the prologue. Can you tell me how the rest of the book is gonna go? Yeah, a lot is coming and I can feel it. Outside, it is cold inside the house, and I cannot deal with cold spaces. I can't. It is still cold outside, but it's a bit better because of the sun. There's a bit of wind, but I don't know what's going on with the weather. It's October. That means we are in full on summer, spring, summer slash, but it's just giving winter. Like, it's giving the beginning of winter when you know like the cold is about to approach. It's just giving you a heads up on, okay, winter, I'm coming. But now I don't know what's going on. Still on chapter 1 of You've Reached Sam. One thing I've noticed is that the chapters are long. I didn't expect that the chapters to be long, but yeah. Ooh, that one was hard. I'm at the yearbook and oh god. Sam. Oh. Ooh. This is just chapter 1. And I'm not even done with chapter 1. I don't even know how many pages are left of chapter 1. Let's just carry on. Chapter 1 is done, and I think it's just a bit emotional. She does not know how to deal with her grief. It's still fairly new, like he passed away a week ago, and she's still trying to figure out, okay, how do I move on with my life? So she decides that the best option is to just not think about him, to throw everything that reminds me of him away and move on. But later on she realizes that that might have been a big mistake, because he wrote in her yearbook, like he wrote her a message in her yearbook of how he can't wait to spend the rest of his life with her, how he can't wait to move to a different place together with her, start their whole life together, and that even if she makes it big, he will forever love her. It's them forever. It's Julie and Sam, or Sam and Julie. I think he says that, like, she gets to pick which name comes first. It does not matter, and that is just beautiful. Oh, and so she runs, and so she regrets throwing all of his things away. All this time she's thinking, I've been trying to move on. Turns out it's been the guilt, like it's been guilt eating me up. So as far, this book is foreshadowing like her guilt. So meaning something happened with regards to his death, and she's involved somehow, and she feels guilty about that. We don't know what it is, but somehow she's involved. She realizes after reading after reading what he wrote in her yearbook, that maybe throwing out his things was not a good idea. And so she runs to the cemetery to just see him for the first time. Like, she's never been to the cemetery. She was not there at the funeral, didn't say anything. Like, she was not involved in any of that. So she gets to the funeral, but then decides, I don't want to see him like this. Like, I don't want to remember him like this. So she runs away, falls down, and now she's on the ground, hurt, middle of the night. She's alone, it's raining. She picks up her phone, does not know who to call, and so she's like, you know what, let me call Sam. Like, he's gone, but they like, let me just call him. I don't know why she said that, but why she decided that, but then she calls him and he picks up. And I'm like, how the hell is he picking up? Is he not dead? So yeah, let's jump straight into chapter 2, because I'm trying to figure out how the hell is he picking up the phone if he's gone. Yeah, but that yearbook nearly got me. Like, we almost got tears out of these eyes, almost. So yeah, let's continue. Sam, stop it. Honestly, just stop it. Because what do you mean you needed a chance to say goodbye? You are freaking the girl out, and you're also freaking me out, because now I'm trying to understand what the hell is going on. And the fact that Taylor and whoever entered the restaurant and tried to take a picture of her is giving sus. Because why are you taking a picture of her? It's been a year since you've been dating another guy. Why are you still hung up on Taylor and Sam's relationship? It's giving creepy. It's giving obsessed. Move on with your life. Chapter 4 recap. She went back to school and everyone keeps staring at her because, you know, like her boyfriend died. So now they're just wondering, I'm sure, what is she doing back? How is she? Yada yada yada. And I think like when she gets into a room or when she passes by a group of people, they stop and stare at her. They stop talking and all the attention is on her. So she's just finding a way to deal with all of that now that she's back at school. Her boyfriend's best friend, they did not get along when her boyfriend was still alive, but now like he wants to talk to her because he feels like no one can understand his pain, right? The only person that can understand his pain is her, because they loved this person like to full extent. And so he's like, can I text you someday just to talk, because I have no one to talk to? And she's like, yeah, I get it. And I think this was the first time they ever bonded. And it's sad that they actually bonded due to his death, but at least they bonded, and I'm sure he would have been happy to see that. The only thing she's actually thinking about is getting home and calling Sam again so that she can talk to him. And she actually does. When school ends, she runs home, goes to her room, picks up the phone, calls him, and they have this amazing conversation. And in the end, she's literally like, questions fill my mind, but I push them aside for now and allow myself to live in this beautiful, strange rabbit hole I've fallen into. I don't care how any of this is possible. I have my Sam back. I don't want to let him go. So I sort of understand her. Like, she has this person, the most important person in her life is gone. Like, he left all of a sudden. So now she has a chance with him again. She is holding on for dear life with this person, and that's far still no tears. It's a good book, but I don't know, man. It gets better, right? And I'm not saying this because I think it's boring or whatever, but I feel like hopefully it gets better. Is it YA? You know it's bad if I'm asking if it's YA. But yeah, let's go to chapter 5. Chapter 5 recap. She spent time with Sam's best friend, whose name is Oliver. You know, the one that they didn't like each other at first, but they like started to conversate more once Sam died, because they're the only ones that could relate to each other. So now they took this walk. At one point, Oliver opens up about how he did not like her because he felt like she took his best friend from him. Like, Sam started spending more time with her instead of him, and that's just how it is. And she's like, wait, I was jealous of you too. Like, it was the same thing. And now he's like, but I'm glad he was happy with you. Like, I'm glad he got to spend like the rest of his life with someone that made him happy, with someone he loved and someone that loved him back. I'm glad he got to experience that before he, died. And yeah, I think that's the only thing I remember about chapter 5. That whole conversation was just so heartfelt. Other than that, the whole chapter was just a blur to me. So we're starting with chapter 6, and that is on page 98. Yeah. Okay, so it is a couple of hours later. I have things to do, but hopefully we get to finish this. I will be updating y'all in each and every chapter. think that's the fastest way I can finish this video. And again, my camera's about to die, so I don't want to see myself recording this again tomorrow. We're here, let's finish. Thus far, all I can say is Taylor's a motherfucking asshole. Like, she is an asshole, and Jules is a terrible friend. I get that she lost someone, but why? It's giving selfish, it's giving self-centered, it's giving I only care about my own grief and I care about myself. Yeah, nothing else. Okay, so now we're on chapter 6 and we're told what exactly happened and how Sam died. It's sort of sad because you kind of understand why Jules feels guilty in a way, because he was literally hurrying for her, like to pick her up, and then he got into an accident. So now she feels guilty about the fact that, like, if he wasn't in a hurry, if he had just listened to me when I said don't pick me up or anything, then like the whole incident would not have happened. And now she feels like everyone is blaming her for that accident. People are blaming her, like the asshole Taylor, but her real friends are like, nah, it's not your fault. But somehow that guilt is still in her. So chapter 9, I almost lost it because now Sam took her to this field, right, where he said, I got a surprise for you. He takes her there because she's been wanting to go there, and he made a promise when he was alive that I'll take you there. He took her there and he started singing, and so there was like a shooting star, and he's like, make a wish. And she says, this is what almost got me. She's like, I wish you were here. I wish you were lying right next to me. I wish I could look over and see you smiling back. I wish I could run a hand through your hair and know you're real. I wish we could finish school and graduate together, so we can finally leave this place like we always planned and find an apartment somewhere and figure out the rest of our lives together, so I don't have to do it alone. I wish you were alive again, and I wish I had picked up the phone that night so that all this would be different and everything would go back to before. Oh my god. I think it's starting to get better now. We're halfway through. Starting to get better. Okay, so chapter 10. Olivia takes Jules to the burial site, to where Sam is. And wait, is the lighting okay? Okay, I'll fix the lighting later. So this is the first time Jules gets finally goes to visit where Sam is buried, right? And they sort of bond even more. They open up to each other, and that's when Jules finally realizes why her and Oliver could not be friends, or why they could never be friends or get along. You know, they were in love with the same person. Mika, like that is so sad. Mika was going through it because she says, I lost 2 of my friends that day. Like, I've lost 2 of my friends. It wasn't just you and Sam, it was me, you, and Sam. So when Sam died, it felt like you died with him. And that is so fucking real, because Jules has been, is it Jules? Julie. Why am I thinking of Jules from, I even forgot that show. Julie has been so caught up in herself, like she's abandoned everyone else. Like, she's been so focused on her grief, and it's not even grief, her talking to Sam, that she's forgotten her other friend. And so I think how we also see character development in Jules is the fact that she literally confesses to Micah, oh, I suck with names, that no, like, I get to talk to Sam, like, here's the phone, and they call, Sam does not answer, but he calls, like, he literally calls back, and Micah gets to talk to Sam. And that was like such a huge milestone. Like that was such a huge, I feel like for her it was the biggest character development in this entire book, when she finally cares about others, cares about someone else. Like she's not being selfish. That just, oh, that made me so happy. Still no tears, still a long book, but I think I'm starting to like it. Like, not that I didn't like it at first, but it was giving 2 out of 5. Now we're at the 3.2, 3.3 there, so not bad. The forest. From tonight, but the number is below. Sam's voice. I picked up because I needed you. I needed to hear your voice again. Because I wanted to make sure you didn't forget me. Try to think of me from time to time, even if it's only for a moment. Thank you for not picking up the phone. But I still think about him. I think about him throughout my first week in college when I walk into the cherry blossoms. I think about him when I'm out in town grabbing coffee at the Sun and Moon. I think about him when I'm on the phone with my gut and we talk for hours. I think about him after an awkward blind date Oliver set me up with. I think about him after a better first date with someone from my English class. I think about him after I finish writing our story and submitting it to a writing contest. I think about him when I win an honorable mention and it gets published online. I think about him when I visit the house from Sunday, dinners with James and his family. I think about him on my last day in Edinburgh as I get ready to move to the city where we both plan to live together. And I think about him when I close my eyes and see us together again, lying on the field.